right, everybody, here we go. We are back. Give me just a second here to get my chats up and going. This is the A-side final we're watching. Just get my YouTube chat up here. Second here to get my chat. All right, I think we are set. If you guys could do me a favor and help share the stream, that would be very appreciated. I know that we have some far and away fans that will want to tune in. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are here with rack number 1. Richard, you're not bugging. It's all good. If I was watching from afar, I'd be wondering what was going on too. But just to let you guys know, our B-side camera has had some technical difficulties. It starts to just freeze randomly. So we weren't able to stream the B-side until we flip that camera out, which requires a ladder, which we are hoping to do at some point. We just need some bodies to clear out. It's pretty crazy in here. Leonard is asking how many are left. I believe we are down to 5-6. Currently watching the A-side finals, so 2 left on the A-side. Stuart McTaggart versus Ben Francis. I didn't get to watch too much of Stuart's match. I was en route here. I know that he was playing Russ and capitalized on Russ Whittle, sent Russ back into the B-side. I know that by the time I got here, I was able to watch the last little bit of Ben and Steven, who were playing next door to Russ and Stuart. And that was a clincher. That goes, I think that one goes hill-hill. And that last game, Steven had the break, and he jammed a 2-ball, and it just hung in the corner. And Ben was able to get back to the table, I believe, if I recall. Yeah, Rich, right? No, anybody would have needed a ladder. It's pretty high up there, on top of the joist. So that is our plan. Our plan is to flip out the camera when we have a chance, but we just haven't had a chance. This is rack number 1. Stuart missed a cut down the rail, so Ben was able to get back to the table. And Ben is going to get rack number 1 in a race to 9. This is a final. I should actually maybe change that on the A side. Final. Let's do that. A-side final. If you guys could do me a favor, share. These guys deserve it. This is going to be a great match. I have a feeling. Dave on YouTube says, I know it's nice to see the new guy play, but go Ben. Ben is, the hometown favorite, but I've heard some pretty positive stuff about Stuart. I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to watch him play, this event. But I know that I was talking to when he played Aaron Arganoza on the A side. Aaron said that he missed one ball. So he plays pretty phenomenal from what I can tell. Looks like Ben got a ball off the break. Still shooting, and he doesn't have a great opener here. He may have to try rail first on this one ball. The rest of the table looks like it lays out pretty good. Rail first and nails it. Cue ball's coming in hot. Wanted to stay a little center, but the cue ball gets away from him there. So option here is to play the bank side or just chip off the 2 and use the 6-9 as a shield maybe. That's going to be touchy with weight. Ben Francis for Prime Minister, Ryan says. We'll see what we can do. I feel like we got lots of options there. Mario says this will be a great match. I have the same feeling, Mario. I hope it's a great match. Nothing worse than getting to like an A final and then somebody runs away with it. We always want it to be a great match. So Ben went for the safety. Cue ball leaks out slightly, and Stuart's going to be able to see this 2 ball here. I know these guys have had a couple hours for a break, so probably looking to get a little comfortable once again. I think that they both shot a rack before they settled in to start. Slightly undercut the 2. Wouldn't have loved his shape on the 3. He kind of preemptively bumped the 3. I don't think he was meaning to do that. Dave says Stu is an impressive young fellow. I wonder how Ben feels about being the old guy in this match. Ben is definitely the old guy in this match, but I know that they have matched up before. I believe Ben and Steven have both played Stuart out east. But I have not had a whole lot of opportunity to watch Stuart play. So, excited to see how he does here. I've heard great things about his game. Hope he comes out to more of these events. You're watching the A-side final, everyone, so if you could share the stream, we would appreciate it. I know that Stuart's got a pretty big fan club out east, and they would probably love to watch him play. A little bit of a reach here for Ben, and he's got to get over to the right side. That's the 4 ball on the right side rail there. He does good. Oh, just avoids scratching in that side pocket. He knows he got a little fortunate there. A little shake of the head. Malcolm on Facebook says everyone out here is watching and's got it on the TV. Perfect. Share the stream. I know that he's got a big fan club out there. Good evening, Jerry. Thanks for tuning in. Love seeing you in the chat. 3 rails for the 7 ball. Ben does that real nice. Has a little bit of angle just to pop off that top rail. Nobody ever wants to be shooting off the beach there. So he did that great. believe just wants to take this 8-ball on the side. I feel like that was a little bit of an adrenaline shot. A little heavy on the weight of the cue ball. Ben should still be okay here, but it could have been a little easier. Now he's got the extension out. He knows he's stretching a little bit. This is a close spot shot kind of shot. Snoop Dogg's Run It Janitor. Is that his nickname? Is Stuart's nickname the janitor? Jesse's asking when our next road trip is. Let's plan it. Was there another one going out to Medicine Hat? The janitor cleaning everything up, Tanner says. 100%. Well, let's see how he does. He needs to get on the board here. He had a couple of opportunities in those first couple of racks, and he overcut a couple of balls. I think he just needs a minute to settle in. The janitor. I don't know how, does anybody know how old Stuart is? And where he's from? I heard Ontario, but I don't know exactly where in Ontario. Oh, Natasha says 27, Rhonda says 28, so 27, 28. He definitely looks younger than 27, 28. And from London. Thank you, everybody. I'm not very familiar with Stuart. I was gonna say I don't know if he's the janitor. He looks pretty young. Maybe he's more like the busboy, cleaning up tables. He looks young. He'll appreciate that when he gets older, I think. Tyler Robertson says, sure wish I could be playing, still recovering from 3 broken limbs and getting oh, geez. Well, that's not fun. That does not sound like a good time. Stuart overcut another ball. Going to let Ben back at the table here. We got Peter joining in. Are you still in the tournament out there?
Kind of.
Well, thanks for popping in. We just started.
Well, I can't miss the janitor play.
Right?
That's his new name.
Ryan Murray plays out of Rhonda's room. Strokers. I got you. London, just outside of Toronto. Perfect.
Yeah, I believe Ryan spent some good time there. I know Ryan's from Ontario as well, as me as well.
Oh, did I not? Oh, it didn't. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm on the...
Breaking things?
I'm pushing wrong buttons. I thought I pushed the keyboard button, and I'm pushing the equals, apparently. Score on the board is correct. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I streamed two of Stu's matches already, and after the first match, he just kept cleaning up 5-6 balls every rack.
Well, Stuart's been sitting. Well, I guess both of them. They've both been sitting for a couple hours. Ben has home field advantage. Obviously, this is his home room. He's comfortable in here. He knows everybody here. Stuart's probably a little on edge, I would imagine, just because it's a new room.
And you're in the A-side finals against Ben Francis. It's tough to just walk into that and say, I got this.
Well,
you got to dig deep.
I think everybody does, right?
Yeah.
When you get to this point, it's a $10,000 added event, so there's some bigger money on the line rather than just a regular, open event where you pay your $100 and the prize pool is what it is. But I think Stuart's just got to settle in a little bit. I'm sure he's experienced enough to know. And the room is jam-packed, guys. So they ended up having their weekly 9-ball event here as well. So there are, I think they got like 51 or 52 players just for their weekly 9-ball event. So that side of the room there's lots of traffic, lots of commotion, lots of distractions.
It's there's what 50 plus players just kind of just standing out right in front of this window here, just watching.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna go over there, and I was like, no, there's just so much going on.
It is busy, busy, busy over there, and lots of noise. And we're getting down to some really deep matches on the B side as well, and they're going pretty like level down to like hill kind of matches. So there's lots of hooting and hollering out there.
But Ben's got an early 3-0 lead.
Tanner says it's going to be a good game. I would imagine so. Need Stuart to get on the board here, though. Dave giving me a hard time on the YouTube chat. I got it, Dave. I'm back on track. Score on the board is correct. 3-0 for Ben. But I feel like this could very easily go the other way. Every game is a big swing.
Yeah, and this is the first, Ben's break here. Put the 1 ball down. No shot on the 2.
That is a big, I believe that is the 8 ball as a blocker for the 2.
Yeah.
So, and I don't imagine he will jump this. So I feel a push out is coming.
But it makes you wonder what he's going to push out to. I watched a few shots earlier where they were just pushing out and hooking them and leaving easier jump shot. But it takes a lot of confidence just to go for that jump shot.
Like I said, I haven't seen too much of Stuart play, and I'm not sure how he jumps. I've watched a lot of Ben, obviously.
Yeah.
And Ben is pretty confident with his jumper, even though he's got one of the Nick's custom jumpers.
Yeah.
So thing is pretty magical on its own. I don't even know if you need to know how to drive it.
No.
But nonetheless, Ben is assessing the 2 ball here. Looks pretty tough. Tyler says you ran broadside into a minivan on the highway on the way to Sturgis on your bike. Lucky to be alive. Well, we wish you all the best. Hope you are recovering quickly.
Hopefully that wasn't while you were watching this.
Yeah. Glad we can give you something to watch while you're recovering anyway.
Yeah. Ben just trying to figure out if he is going to play a push, where to leave it so he doesn't get return safety and locked up here. Just going to leave him right on the rail.
Nice little touch there. So what is Stuart going to do in return? I mean, he can see the full ball. It does cut to the bottom left.
I think he's going to try to find a way to hit the cue ball on that left side rail and put it right below the 9 ball.
Yeah,
And
I
the 2 ball
feel
comes
like
back
a
up
safety
table.
is going to
Oh,
come
yeah.
up here, and Ben's probably not going to like it much.
Works out good.
It's not bad. The 2 ball is still open.
Little tap on the table by Ben.
Yeah, 2 ball is still open. And that's one thing that I do, because I watch a lot of Ben's games, that I appreciate about Ben. He's quite a gentleman when it comes to acknowledging a good shot.
Yeah.
So what I do like about this, though, is that the 2 ball is open. So if Stuart happens to get another turn at the table, which is likely, it's not tied up.
No.
He's not feeling 100% what he should do here. I feel like I can hear the hamsters on the wheel, you know?
Let's see what he does here. Well, that's a good shot. If it doesn't come all the way out. Looked like it was almost at the pace to kind of die out on the rail. And that would have been one amazing shot.
I feel like I knew the intention. The intention was there. A little heavy on the execution, so I feel like Stewart might go for this here. Overcut. Again.
Look at the reward.
Ooh,
look at the reward.
I think he got just the edge of that. What is that, the 5 ball down there? Not terrible, not terrible. But every shot that Stewart's had at the table so far that he has not made, he's overcut the ball. So I don't know if he's maybe, I don't know, maybe he needed to hit one more rack before we started.
Don't want to knock that over on you.
Yes, please. That was my lunch. No problem. I feel like Stewart just kind of needs to get more settled in and comfortable on this table.
9 ball, where are you going?
Oh.
He just fluked the 9 ball.
He did. And Ben turned around immediately and acknowledged that was a lucky shot.
But yeah, that's a tough one.
That's the game of 9 ball. That's why we play it, right? It's just.
That's why you love to hate it.
Goes along with the game.
That's a tough one because, 4-0 now. Stewart's, he played that shot he missed, but he left Ben absolutely nothing and hooked, and that's the reward.
Cass Burns says it pays to hit him. It sure does. Sometimes it's not planned, but if you get him moving, sometimes you're rewarded.
Sometimes you just got to hit the ball.
That's right. I would really love to see this game a little bit tighter, though.
Don't count Stewart out until he's cue ball, really? Like I'm speaking. I'm like, he's got this nice break. 1 ball goes down, and
yeah.
As Ben likes to say, this looks like some duck soup. It's really the 6 ball he's got to get perfect on. If that is the 6 ball.
It's the 6 ball in the top right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
From here, it's sometimes tough to actually tell.
Yeah, the color of the balls is a little tough to tell sometimes. Malcolm cheering on Stewart. Come on, Stu, grind it out. Threatening to fly down if you win. I don't know if you'll have enough time, but you're more than welcome to hit up any of our tournaments. Come on down. Yeah. We're pretty friendly here.
I hear Stu's on his way out of here after this. So.
Is he? Like right away?
His luggage is behind me, so.
Oh. He's not planning on sticking around.
They've checked out of the hotel.
I see. Got you. Nice to see him out anyways. It's always great to have new faces in the pool hall.
It's not very often, and I think what it is because of, maybe it might or might not be, but we have such a tough pool community here. You don't see a lot of people flying from out of province or even from the States or anything to a lot of these tournaments.
Well, if I'm from the States, it's got to be a little bit more added money because the expenses are, outweigh the prize pool, right? I mean, if you're from the States, you're taking a 30%, 35% dive right away just because of the conversion. But American money is good here. Costs you less.
Yeah.
Ben on track to make it a 5-0 lead. This has been quick. Really need Stewart to put something together here. Get himself back in it.
Yeah, Tim, ouch was the correct word there when that cue ball dropped. Both these guys have such an amazing break as well. Dry breaks are pretty rare.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
an opportunity. Do I see an opportunity for Stewart?
How close is he to that ball? That's the question. The race here, Chris, is to 9.
A
Get
side
there.
9.
Oh,
Ooh. I felt like it was a little tight, but
yeah.
this shot here on the 7 might be tight. I don't know if Ben can see that that top edge to cut this in. Maybe. Gets down on it pretty quick.
It's a great shot.
Oh, is it though? Is it?
It's a great shot to come around for it.
He's fortunate because I think that cue ball had good line for that corner pocket. Race to 9 on the ace side.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough roll. Ben's not going to let this one slide.
CPM says, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Absolutely.
We don't hate the game. That's the problem. That's why we're all here. We love the game. That's why we keep putting our money in and spending our weekends inside a pool hall.
But it's fun.
It is fun and some great people. All right. It is 5-0 with Ben and a quick lead. Stewart has had some opportunities, just tending to overcut the ball a little bit. And then Ben, of course, with an early 9 and an unplanned early 9. And I have not seen Stewart play not one game of 7-foot 8 ball. So I'm assuming that he's fairly accomplished.
I was asking the chat earlier on people because there was a lot of people in his last match, like a ton of people who know him. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know, there's some guys like, for example, Jonathan Sampson. Everyone here knows him. A lot of people know him in the community. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal 9-ball, 10 rotation player. Does he love 7-foots? No. So I said, how's Stewart? And they go, just as good.
Perfect.
He loves 9-foots and 7-foots. So he
Bring
can
it.
play any table. And then I was like, well, I guess I got to play him in snooker. He goes, no, he'll gamble in snooker too. I was like, well, I'm not playing him then.
Well, that's good to hear. I don't think anybody left in the field is chomping at the bit to see either one of these guys on the base side.
No.
Tyler is asking who's coming through on the B side. I can tell you. Let me just refresh this screen so that I'm telling you the right people. On the B side, we have Aaron Arganoza and Colin Below playing right now. Mike Robinson and Russ Whittle. So that is your B-side semifinal. Sorry, the winner of Aaron and Colin is going to play Steven. So currently down to 7 left in the tournament, soon to be 5-6.
Getting there. Considering 96 players. Shows how those 2 new tables actually speed up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the B-side races are only to 6, so that does speed it up a little bit too. Asan is watching from Guam. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Tanner has got his butt whooped every time. That is the best way to learn, to be honest, Tanner. Just put your money in and take your licks. I'm a little old school that way. I believe in that. Nice little 2-rail shape from Ben here. He is going the opposite direction from the 6 ball. So we'll see how he handles this.
Just like that.
That will do. I believe he has just a little bit of angle too to come back across for the 7 up top.
Perfect.
Oh, that was the 5.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I thought that was the 7.
Well, the 6 is next.
I thought he was the 6 and then the 7.
You said that, and I was, you'll get there. I'll just wait.
My eyes are tired, and the screen is very tiny.
Yeah, I just cheated and had a half an hour nap.
Oh, good for you.
Not gonna lie.
Good for you. A little recharge. We could all use one. Tanner says, why I love playing him. You get to learn a lot, and I would completely agree. That's why I actually, my game has improved personally just from commentating, just because you watch the great players play the correct pattern, how they get from one ball to the next, how their brain works. So just mentally, I'm able to envision, better ball selection and whatever. So I definitely felt my game going up. Not that I'm executing those shots, but helps nonetheless.
The thought is there.
That's right.
That's half the battle.
That's right. This is for a 6-0 lead if Ben can seal the deal on this 9 ball. Really hoping that Stewart can get back to the table at some point here and run 5 or 6 tables, get it close. A little bit of a runaway so far.
Yeah, you don't want to see that in the A-side finals, but
No, I want to see it close. I want to see hill.
Yesterday we had a lot of hill, especially we ended the night with 2 hill matches. That was crazy.
It was good times. Okay, so the last time Stewart broke, he scratched, and that got Ben back to the table.
See if you can figure out this break.
I think he gets the 5 ball in the bottom right corner.
And no shot on the 1 ball.
1 ball tied up with the 6. The guy needs a break here. Give the guy a break. He's got to get something going. Marshall on YouTube says, Ben plays the way I think I do in my head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would 100% concur. Thank you for tuning in from Las Vegas.
Well, it's funny. This is a long time ago. It's when I first met Ben. It's a little funny Ben story. I was just having a conversation with him. I think 3rd time ever talking to him, and I was like, I just want to be like a quarter as good as Shane Van Boning. And then he laughed. He goes, yeah, then you'd be my level. So it's showing the example of how much work you actually have to put into this game.
Nice little tippy tap from Stewart there. Opens up the 1, but didn't leave a whole lot.
Can he run into that 6 ball? How close is it to the pocket?
I feel like the 6 is close, but it's past the point of that corner, right?
He's pointing that, like looking that way.
Do you go for the bank here and try to leave the cue ball close to that right edge?
Keeping it safe.
Just go for the safety.
It's smart. You know, Ben's up 6-0. Don't let off any gas.
That's one thing Ben does have. He does have a whole lot of patience, so.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was going to say a little bit more speed on that one would have been great because then he would have gotten some cover from the 3-4. I think Ben has enough here to cut this one ball. It's not in the easiest of
I was
shots.
looking at the 9-ball again.
Hits it full, looking for more cover. Did Stewart get a window here?
Jump cue.
He might just be covered by the edge of that 9-ball.
Yeah, there's his jump cue out. He made a couple really nice jumps against Russ.
Tyler says he went down from not being able to make 2 balls in a row to being able to run tables occasionally if I'm dialed in. Yep. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it definitely has its perks playing higher level players, but there are times it depends on how high up you play. So, for example, if you're always practicing against Stephen Holm, and he's running racks and you're watching, you learn the pattern, but you don't have the stroke. It's a mixture of time and there's multiple ways to look at it.
Stewart made a really great jump shot there, but did not get rewarded with a good leave. Just heavy on the weight. Heavy on the weight. That was a touchy.
Yeah.
Little shot. I missed the replay there. I thought maybe the 2-3 was a little bit more lined up for the combination, but Stewart would obviously know better.
I did too. Looking at it, I thought maybe that was what he's going for, but the lock-up safety would have been really nice too.
I saw what he was doing there, and I liked it. Just a little bit heavy on the weight. Thin cut on this tube, two ball, and the cue ball is gonna fire away from the 3, so he's gonna have to go around and come back. Hits the window pretty nice.
Look at that.
Not bad, not bad. Oh, the 2 ball didn't even drop.
I was trying to figure out what you were.
Wow.
I was just
thought the
waiting
2
to
ball
understand
dropped.
what was going on.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I need to get my eyes checked. Excuse me. Oh, nice touch.
Yeah. That was a
Good.
tough one to not drop the cue ball.
Needed to hit it a little bit more on the top side. But this will work. I feel like this is going to work. Stewart's fighting it right now. He's working for every ball.
Oh, absolutely. Not quite the leave.
He was hoping for.
No.
This looks like it's going to be a pretty steep cut, so we'll see what he ends up doing here. Gins it. Great shot.
Beautiful.
Great shape on the 6 ball. Good recovery.
That's a great shot.
That was a great shot. I feel like he's kind of back in line now. Now he can kind of settle back in and just play the table as he would need to just to close this
But
out.
he's got to pause. Man, are those shoes bright on the table beside him?
Sean Eckford, yeah, he just,
Yeah.
he's an orange guy. He loves orange.
Oh. Phew.
I
Not
held my.
that nine ball. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I held my breath there slightly.
I think everybody did. Thought that 9 ball was terrifying.
He got fortunate. He didn't rub it, and just put it in harm's way.
Okay, well, I'm going to sign out.
Oh, are you up?
Apparently.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, good luck out there.
I need it. Bye.
All right. Bear down, Stu. He's on the board. Let's go. Would love to see Stuart make a few more break and runs here to make it close. If you guys are just joining us, you are watching the 6th annual one-time Barry Hooey Memorial event here at Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We have this event every year, and every year it fills up faster and faster. We got 96 players in a matter of 48 hours. The $10,000 added does not hurt. Format for this event here is 9-ball on the 9-foots on the A side, 8-ball on the 7-foots on the B side. We've got 10 9-foot tables and 8 7-foot tables, so the event goes pretty quickly. I feel like for a 5 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time here. For 5 o'clock on a Sunday, we're down to 5-6 spot. We're doing pretty good. So good timing. A monster break by Ben here. And it looks like he's going to have a pretty good opener with this 3-ball. The 7 on the 9 might be a little bit funny. A little bit tricky to get on. It does obviously go to the bottom left, so you want to be short side on the 7. So Ben's going to have to navigate that if he gets there. James Brinson on YouTube asking where you can find the bracket. You can find it on Digital Pool. If somebody in the chat can post the link, I will pin it. But if you go to Digital Pool and just go to tournaments at the top, put in 6th annual or Leather Pocket, it should pop right up. Stuart's fan club going a little bit crazy in the chat. Malcolm and Maureen. Shane asking who knocked Steven to the B side. That was Steven's teammate, Ben. It was pretty heavy. Goes hill, hill. Steven jammed a 2-ball. Just tried to spear it in, and it rattled and hung, so that's what got Ben back to the table. Sorry guys, I just lost my chat. Give me 1 second here. Oh, there's Richard Daigle with the bracket, so I will post it in the Facebook chat. Thanks, Rich. Frank Peters, I think, is in Stuart's corner, rooting him on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of rooting Stuart too a little bit. I would like to see this go much closer. Ben navigated that 6 really well, ends up perfect for the 7. James asking if we can watch the B-side matches. That was our plan, but unfortunately, our camera we're having some technical difficulties with on the B-side. it keeps freezing on us, and so we're going to have to flip the cameras out, and the cameras are pretty high up on the joists in the ceiling, so we're going to try and work it out. If not, we might set up something temporary, but we just haven't had a chance to do it. This place is completely packed today. But that is the goal. We're going to try and work it out. That 9 ball was going to make it 7-1 for Ben over Stewart. Stewart could use a really good break and run here just to get something going. A break and run, steal a rack. Frank Peters says he went to Shanghai with Stewart and juniors 8 years ago. Been playing ever since together. I feel like I haven't had the opportunity to watch Stewart play his best game. Just had some unfortunate errors that lets Ben back to the table, and Ben is really trying hard to capitalize on every mistake. So Stewart not getting a whole lot of opportunities to get a, second or third attempt at the table. His strategy should be, don't let Ben see the table. Because Ben is feeling pretty good right now. I can tell with Ben, because I've watched him so much, how comfortable he's feeling just by how he walks the table and how quickly he gets down on a ball. And he's feeling pretty good, pretty confident. So we just need Stewart to get there and put a few racks together. And I know Stewart's got a pretty big fan club because our numbers of viewership between Facebook and YouTube are pretty high. So would definitely appreciate you guys sharing the streams. He could use the cheerleading team right now for sure. Yeah, it was Steven or it was Ben who put Steven to the B side. That goes hill. And Steven tried to spear a 2-ball in, and it rattled and hung, and that's what got Ben back to that last table. It was pretty intense. That match was, oh my gosh. Ben goes for the hit, scratches. This is the opportunity that Stewart's looking for. Ball in hand. 7 balls on the table, and they are pretty wide open. I don't mind how this table is laying out. I think Stewart might just need an opportunity here just to let his stroke out, get a little bit more comfortable at the table. As I was saying earlier, they did, Leather Pocket did invite the local players. Oh no. They did invite the local players back for their weekly 9-ball Sunday event. So the room is quite busy. I think they got 52 players for the weekly Sunday event. They're all on the same side as the tournament is being played, obviously, on the 9-foots. So there's quite a bit of commotion on that side. So there might be a few distractions that the players have to kind of work themselves through. It is noisy. There's lots of traffic. perfect weight on this 7 ball. A couple more inches, Ben's reacting a little bit differently. But he's okay. I feel like he's going to end up having to run this 8 ball all the way to the top corner. Obviously, the preference would have been to run it down to the bottom left. Nobody likes running these balls down the rail. It's like my worst shot, my nemesis shot. Obviously, Ben doesn't seem to mind him. Runs it by that side pocket, no problem. This 9 ball here would put Ben on the hill. And it is what it is. Ben on the hill in a race to 9. Stewart looking for a little bit of a Hail Mary here just to get back in the game. I've seen crazier things happen, so I'm not going to count him out yet. Stewart's having a little bit of a struggle with his break. He scratched once. He's not getting a good look at an opening shot. This one here may be different. Is it different? Okay, I don't mind. I don't mind how this laying it out. He's got a shot on the 1. He's got a hanger in the pocket. Leaves the 1 ball in a good spot. Might be a tad straight, but I think the 1 ball is close enough that he can force angle if he needs to. That will do. I do believe the 3 ball passes the 6 or the 4, depending on which way he wants to go. Looking good so far. Good angle on the 6 to get to the left side rail for the 7. Weight looks good. We've got Stewart fans and Ben fans in the chat. Keith liking and sharing from Victoria. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Need Stewart just to hang on a few more balls, get another one back. That 7 ball just needed to wipe its feet before it dropped. There it is. Stewart's going to claw one back. That is important in these matches. Ben's break. He's looking to seal the deal here. I think Ben knows Stewart well enough that he'd rather just close it out early, not give him a chance to make it tight, a tight match. Now Malcolm's given him a new nickname. He's the comeback kid now. That's what we're hoping for anyway. A tight match. I would love to see this go hill-hill. That's actually kind of what I was looking for. What I was expecting. Tyson's a Steph fan. Thanks, pal. Ben not loving the opening shot here. I feel like there's going to be a push out or some sort of safety. Malcolm says he's got it on the TV at the bar. Everybody's watching. I would hope so. Nice little chip on that one ball. Good coverage. I feel like Stewart's able to spin this off that top rail for contact. Hit and stick. A little heavy on the weight. Ben's got a good shot on this one ball, but that two ball's a little bit tricky. Looks like it's about a quarter of a ball behind the nine, so he's got to be on the right side to hit this two ball clean. I think it came out a little bit further than he would wanted. Wanted the cut angle, probably. That would have been preferred. Glad we can entertain, Tyson. Give you something to listen to on your drive back. You got a flight in the morning, I think. In the morning? Tonight? In the morning. Heading out to Vancouver Island. Oh, Ben was able to get that two ball. He was able to see more of it than I thought. Draws back for the four. And I think I like the four ball to the corner if it passes. And I think it does. That keeps the cue ball on the bottom end of the table for the five ball in the side. Ben liked it in the side and he fires it in. Feeling confident as he should. He's been hitting the ball so good as expected. Malcolm's giving a shout out to Scoops and K-Dogs. Shout out to Scoops and K-Dogs. Four more balls for Ben to get up and over this hill. That's one. 7 to the top left, 8 to the bottom right, I am imagining, with a little angle to bring it down for the 9 ball. Dennis says Ben's won 62 versus his opponent's 32 at this point. Great stat. Thanks for that, Dennis. Hey, good to see you in the chat, Ryan. So Ben didn't like the way I called it, obviously. He's going the opposite. I can't draw a ball, that's why I called it the other way. Ben would know better, obviously. Spears in the 8-ball. This 9-ball here to seal the deal. And just taking an extra moment to be sure. And he nails it. That was a quick match, not one I was expecting, but Stu just couldn't get something going there. But the good news is, I don't think that's going to be the last we see of Stuart. He is still in the event. He just goes to the other side of the room to play 8-ball on the 7-foots. And he has a chance to come back and double dip the hot seat winner, Ben Francis. So we will try to fix our B-side camera, everyone. Give us some time to hopefully figure that out. And we will be back hopefully very shortly with a B-side match. Do not go far. Thanks for tuning in.